have one New Year's resolution, and it is to finish all of these DIY projects that I started. I don't know about you, but I'm constantly like, oh, I can make that. So I buy all the supplies, I start it, and then I say, wow, this is taking too long. And then said project goes in the closet, never to see the light of day again. But not today. Justice for all of these crafts. I have 6 DIYs total that we're going to be attempting to finish today. So hopefully by the end of the video, all of these mannequins will be dressed in their finished looks. Starting with my painted jeans. So this all started because my Pinterest feed has been full of these jeans for like a year. And the weird thing is it's always like the same photo of the jeans. The design's just a little bit different. And it took me way too long to realize this might be AI. But I actually ordered these exact jeans in the photo for a future video to find out once and for all if they're real. So subscribe if you want to see what shows up. But anyway, in a thrifting video that I did a little while ago, I was searching all of New York City to find a pair of jeans that had like a fun print to no avail. But by the end of the video, I realized I could probably paint my own jeans. So I found the perfect jeans. I started painting, and this is about 8 to 10 hours worth of work. But today we're gonna finish them because they deserve it, because it has such a strong start. Okay, I'm in my comfy clothes. I got my paint because this one's gonna take a while. Okay, I decided I'm still sticking with my like pastel with hints of hot pink theme. I think I'm gonna leave little pieces of the jean exposed though, not because I'm lazy. Okay, I'm kind of lazy, but also I just think it'll look cool. So the question is, why do I feel the need to finish these products? Because let's be clear, I don't have anywhere to wear most of this stuff. There's no event that I'm trying to get these done in time for. However, if I had to give you some advice on building confidence, when you make promises to yourself, keep them. There is no one thing that I think can make you feel better about yourself. So back in the day, I promised myself I'd finish these projects, and I'm keeping myself to it because I know I'm gonna feel amazing after. Even if realistically, some of these sit in the closet or I give them away. Are you ready to see how they turned out? Ta-da! I think they're so cool, and I actually love the choice to leave some of the jean exposed. I think it turned out so good. Now, let's try them on. Oh my gosh, they're actually so fun. I know this is gonna be the item that I wear out in public, and everybody's gonna ask me where I got these. They're incredible. Was it worth it? I don't know. My tip to you if you want to do this DIY is pick like a section of the jean to paint, maybe like the back pockets or something, because this was a lot. Speaking of jeans, let me introduce you to our next project. Okay, so on my other channel, Hang with Hopescope, I made a video where I bought a Taylor Swift's wardrobe inspired haul, and one of the things that I really, really wanted are these jeans that Taylor was seen wearing. They have the cutest butterfly cutout and then like crystals all around the butterfly. So I looked them up. They're $700 for these jeans. So of course I said I can do that. And I did. I cut out my little butterfly. I put some little pink crystals around it. The butterfly just turned out a little bit smaller than I planned her to. But then I had another idea. What if these jeans were covered in these sparkly butterfly cutouts, like all different sizes? It would be so fun. And I have actually always wanted a pair of unique cutout jeans. Like I found these heart ones forever ago, but they're $1,000. And then one of you guys actually sent me this website, JW Pay, I think is how you say it, and they have some fun heart cutout jeans. So I ordered them, and then they emailed me and they were like, hey girly, we don't actually have this item. So that didn't work out. So now we're back to square one, DIYing. As you can probably tell, this video is going to be filmed over the course of many, many days because these projects take so long. So you're gonna see a lot of outfit changes in this video. So something that I noticed in my try on is the butterfly sits a lot lower on my thigh than I wanted it to. So we're gonna start them higher. And I had the idea to make these little butterfly cutouts, place them exactly where I want them to go, and then trace them, cut them out, bedazzle them. Okay, great. I think it'll look cute if the butterflies slowly get smaller as they go down the leg. So I'm gonna do similar placement on the other side and then trace them to cut them out. Yeah, this is way better than freehanding it like I did the first butterfly. What was I thinking? I was terrified of this project, but somehow it ended up being the fastest and the easiest out of all of them. I had some help, and we did it in like one Christmas movie watching. Okay, here's it. It's so much better with all the butterflies. Okay, let me just put them on. Ta-da! Butterfly jeans. When I bend my leg, the butterflies kind of squish weird. But when my legs are straight, they look great. Okay, I actually do kind of recommend this DIY. It wasn't that hard and you could do any shape and then just glue little rhinestones on and you have a nice little sparkle. Yeah, these are definitely another one that people are gonna ask me, where'd you get those jeans? I made them. Cute. My next DIY that I attempted is probably one of the most iconic Met Gala dress looks of all time. It's Kylie Jenner's purple feather dress. And it's even better because her sister Kendall wore this orange feathery dress and they just look so cool together. So I did this video a while ago where I tried to remake Met Gala dresses. The first one I absolutely hated. We were like kind of on a time crunch. I was trying to find a dress to add the feathers to and I found this white one that had like purple sparkles. And then as soon as I started it, I knew it just wasn't gonna be good. The complete wrong color, wrong vibes. But then I found this dress, which still isn't like the perfect shade of purple to match the hair and the feather arm cuffs, but it's pretty good. So I added feathers to it and from the front, from a distance, if you like squint a little, it looks really good. The problem is the back. Is lacking in feathers, as you can see. But I ordered a whole bunch more feathers and today's the day we finish it. This one isn't like even a super time-consuming thing to finish. I just need to sit down and do it. I thought to myself, oh, this one will be easy. We'll just glue a few more feathers on and boom, it will be done. This was the worst one because I burned the living daylights out of my finger with hot glue. That has never happened. It was like a big chunk of glue and I went to peel off the glue and then I realized it wasn't glue that was peeling off. It was my burnt flesh! So literal blood, sweat, and tears went into this dress, but here it is! Woo! It's done! It's really cool. But the sad part is, it's not quite the perfect shade of purple, like the dress and the feathers, but who's gonna care? We did our absolute best and it's still a million times better than the original dress that I tried to make, so woo! Kylie dress is done. All right, our next DIY is a dress that I bought for my I Bought Fashion from the Future video, and it's this wet look dress. These are actually so cool. I got a white one and a pink one, and it's just this mesh with these like different cutouts that makes it look like the dress is wet, but it's not actually wet. And then when I was trying on the second one, I had the idea, imagine this with some like clear crystals sewn on, and I decided I think that it will look the coolest on this white one. I just think the white looks more wet than the pink. It sells the illusion better. Once again, I don't feel like this will take too long. I just haven't done it. I'm gonna take my crystals and I'm gonna place them where, if the dress was actually wet, where the water would actually fall. And then definitely a bunch along the bottom, because obviously that's where water would drip. Okay, it's gonna look a little something like that. And then same thing for the top. Also, I have no idea how to sew, but I think I can figure out how to sew this onto the fabric. I'm also so afraid that this is just gonna fall apart as soon as I stretch it and put it on my body, but it's working. 5 down, 50 to go. This project is probably the one that I'm the most proud of. Not because it was like the coolest, most difficult, challenging thing, but I have always been so fascinated by sewing and beading and any kind of needlework, but it's so intimidating to me. So this was kind of like my first attempt at truly sewing something, and I feel like I did pretty good. So this is me telling you to try something new because it might turn out so cool. Like, I feel like you could kind of tell that it was a wet look outfit before, but I think the crystals really sell it because it literally looks like it's dripping. All right, let's put it on. Okay, this turned out so cool. I feel like a literal designer right now with this. I'm also so happy it went on because I was really nervous I sewed these on in a way that would like ruin the fabric, but it's great. Whoa. I forgot how see-through some parts are. It's very Kim Kardashian on the Met Gala red carpet. Oh, one time I did a photo shoot in this and like made my hair look wet and it turned out so cool. Imagine if the crystals would have been on for those pictures, but I'm so happy with this. This next DIY that I'm about to show you has haunted me for I think like 3 years. To explain, I need to take you back to the first YouTube short that I ever made. 1 year ago, Kylie Jenner was selling her Timberland Jimmy Choo Swarovski crystal coated hiking boots online for $5,000. There was no way I could afford that, but I could not stop thinking about those boots. So I decided to make my own. I've got my Timberland hiking boots. I thought the pink details were a cute touch. And these crystals I got on Amazon. And I am going to place these one by one on the boots until they are completely covered. Okay, this was my first attempt at ever bedazzling something, and I didn't realize you can get like really cheap but good looking some crystals, like the ones you put on your nails. So I went and bought Swarovski ones. Over $1,000 worth of Swarovski ones to be exact. And after hours and hours of gluing, they turned out so cool. They really did. This singular boot has been sitting on my shelf ever since. I will say the problem with them is, as you can see, a lot of crystals have fallen off, which is very painful because probably just like a casual $50 to $100 worth of crystals that I don't know where they went. Gosh, I love these. They turned out so cool. Even like the logo. I literally just set it down and 4 more crystals fell off. Here's the other boot. It's not done. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it will ever get done because I have to buy another $1,000 worth of crystals to finish this project. So stay tuned to see if I ever attempt this one, but it's really good in theory, but Okay, our next DIY project, once again, probably one of the most iconic Met Gala dresses ever to exist. It is Blake Lively and her Statue of Liberty inspired dress. This dress is so cool. The transformation that she did on the carpet in it, absolutely unreal. The colors are stunning. The jewel detail, absolutely incredible. So I really took on a feat deciding to recreate this one. But I feel like I did a pretty good job. For not knowing how to sew or really do anything fashion related, it turned out pretty cute. It also turned out pretty incomplete. It took me probably like 10 hours just to do the top, and then maybe another like 8 hours to do the swatch down the middle. And honestly, when the overskirt is over it, you can really only see this middle piece, so that's kind of why I left it the way that I did. But I feel like it deserves to be finished because it's such a cool start, and I have the supplies for it. I just haven't had a spare 20 hours to finish it. Also, Aspen wore this to a Halloween costume party and she won first place. So imagine how fabulous it would be if it was actually complete. Introducing my box of rhinestones. Also, great news. I have a whole bunch of leftover Swarovskis if I ever want to finish the boots. All right, now to find all the stuff that goes on this dress. All right, we have crystals. Is this enough to finish the dress? I don't know, but we're gonna get started. Like I said, the skirt covers a lot of the dress, but I think the areas that need the most love and attention are the bottom, that I very much just kind of fizzled out on, and the top back, because that's not covered by a skirt. So I'm gonna do the whole dress. Those are just the areas I'm gonna spend the most time on. Gosh, it's been so long, I don't even remember how I did this. I think I literally just E6000 glued all of this on with like a piece of cardboard under it so that it didn't stick to itself. Okay, 1/2 of the back is done, and it only took a little over an hour. I feel like the back is going a lot faster than the front did because with the front of the dress, I was literally trying to recreate the exact pattern that's on Blake's dress, whereas with the back, I'm just trying to make it look pretty, and I love it so far. The whole top is done. Can you believe it? I can't. Low-key, I almost like the back better than the front. I think it's because I put more blue on the back. Didn't mean to do that, but I like how it turned out. Now for the bottom of the dress. Okay, so here's the deal. I did finish this dress, but I made the executive decision that since when you wear this dress with this like overskirt over the top of it, you don't see the sides and the back of the bottom anyway. I just finished it to the ground. So that everything that's showing looks like this pretty sparkly, mirror-y material. Do you know what I mean? I'll put it on and I'll show you what I mean. But even just the back being done, I feel like it makes such a difference on this dress. Okay, be right back. This dress is so heavy now, so I can't imagine how much it would weigh if every single inch of it was covered in mirrors and gems. Like you can barely even see the bottom of the dress, and then if it moves and does open a little bit, it's done all the way to the bottom. I'm actually so proud of this. Out of all my DIY fashion projects I've ever done, this one's good. And Blake Lively actually saw this dress video, which is really cool. So yeah, I love it. Moving on to our next dress. Our final DIY, possibly the one that I'm the most excited to finish. So like a year ago, I saw this video of the most stunning dress I think I have ever seen. It's an Oscar de la Renta and it literally looks like stained glass. And there's actually a few different versions versions of this dress, different like colors. I really, really like this purple, yellow, and green one though. I just think it's so unique. It reminds me of like a frog lily pond in the spring. So I looked into buying this dress for a rare dresses video that I did. It's over $20,000. And while someday I would love to own the real version of this dress, I thought to myself, I can make that. So I started searching for like a broken mirror style dress because those are kind of everywhere. Sherry Hill, the designer, is really known for these dresses. So I found one secondhand for pretty cheap. It's just like this black one with all these little glass pieces. And I wanted it to really have the same energy as that Oscar de la Renta dress. So I literally took the Oscar de la Renta one and in a photo editing app, I like overlaid it to kind of map out where all the colors would be on my little dress. Spent, I don't even know, over 12 hours painting the first side of this dress. And this is how it turned out. It's so cool when the light hits it. I'm so proud of it. But yeah, the back has not even been touched. And the back has less fabric, so it will hopefully take less time than the front of it did. But imagine this thing when it's done. It's gonna be so cool. We literally took like $100 dress and I feel like we're about to transform it into literally a $10,000 dress. It's gonna be one of a kind. Got my comfy clothes on and it's time to tackle the stained glass dress. Honestly, the hardest part is done of all of these projects. Because for the front of this, I literally tried to line it up so that it matched kind of the pattern of the real stained glass dress. But now since we're just doing the back, I feel like I can kind of just put the color wherever that looks nice, you know? So hopefully this one doesn't take too long. All right. Let's paint. And the good news is there's a cutout in the back, so we have even less fabric than in the front. Oh my gosh, I forget how cool this dress is until every time I put it on. But are you ready to see the actual final result and the back? Ta-da! Oh, it's so... What's happening here? We lost a mirror. Okay, well, I'll fix that. Pretend that's not there, but it looks so good. I'm so happy with this dress. Ignore the corset, because I don't know how to tie it. The colors, oh, it's funny, because when I made this little one, I was like, and if this goes well, I'll make a full-length gown. That's not happening anytime soon. Unless I come up with a faster process, because this took a while, but it's so cool in the way that it shines. Amazing. Here they are, my finished projects. Thanks for being a part of my probably most frustrating video ever, but I feel so accomplished. Make sure to check out all my other fun DIY fashion videos, and we will see you guys in the next video. Say bye, YouTube.